This is the thing I wanted to know, because I've heard this story. You told the story on your podcast a few years ago. I've heard Booker tell it on this show, and I've worked with Booker now for 8 years, and I've heard him tell the story a couple times. But there was some moment where you told this story where you and Booker were in a match, and you went rear back and you hit him as hard as you possibly could at one point, giving him some sort of receipt. What was that? Because Booker said it wasn't that bad of a punch. He said he took it like a man.
Of a punch. I barely touched him.
Boy, I tell you what, I'll never forget. I'm glad you asked that question, because me and Booker can look eye to eye on this. We might be miles apart, but we're looking eye to eye. Book hauled off and hit me with that big ass right hand. He knocked the trash out of me. And boy, I'm normally very, very forgiving and very patient in the ring when guys start throwing potatoes. But he lit me up so hard, instant rage come across me, and I sent a receipt like ASAP. Microprocess, here it comes. And I threw it with everything I had. The problem is this arm doesn't straighten out all the way. And he was just back far enough that I couldn't connect with him. But I was trying to knock his ass out. And I'm lucky I got such a good chin, or his working punch would have knocked me out.
Yeah, that's his comeback right there. That's what he wanted to get in more than anything. Hey, man, like I say, man, I know you're busy.
I knew, why'd you knock my block off?
Yeah, why'd you have to hit Austin like that,
bro?
Bro,
let me tell you, that's called a measuring shot. The first one was always a live wire. I tell these guys all today, man, throw up a hand.
Hey, before we go over there, Brad, one time we was down there in WCW, and Booker T, we got a great sense of humor, right? So he started spreading rumor, because back in the day, guys just didn't read dirt sheets out in the open. And, Booker T comes up with this rumor that he heard that he was one of the top 5 workers in the world. You remember what I'm talking about, Book? And he spread it all through the locker room. And guys were like, Who put Booker T in the top 5? And it was like a shoot thing, because we're so competitive. And guys, Book had heat with so many guys, because all of a sudden he was one of the top 5 workers in the world. You remember that, Book?
William Regal hated me, man. He wanted to kill me. He goes, well, if you're in the top 5, what number am I?
What did you tell him?
I said, I don't know, brother. I don't know, but I know I'm hovering. I don't know what number, but I know I'm somewhere in there. No, man. That was the good old days, man. That was the good old days. We had so much fun back then. But more importantly, man, we're still relevant today. We're still doing what we're doing. I just did a video just last week with Bad Bunny, and that was really, really cool. Still being relevant by a young guy who watched me when I was coming up. Feel that strongly enough to want to put a song out about me. That's really, really cool. To see Steve Austin still doing what he's doing, still staying relevant in the game. That's an example for these young guys as far as think about what's next. Today is today, but tomorrow, man, you better be thinking, because it's going to come really, really quick. So I'm always trying to teach these young guys, prepare, because that's the only luck you're going to have. Straight Up Steve Austin airs immediately after Monday Night Raw. So guys, check it out. Check out my man Steve Austin, still doing his thing, making these suckers, bow down. And I must say, man, it's an honor, man, to be a friend. I appreciate it.